Hey, you guys, I have yet another crazy story for you. So, the other day I met this gentleman that he was an older gentleman and he was flying to see his son that is battling cancer. So, we were talking about that and I was like, I'm really sorry to hear this, blah, blah, blah. Well, he goes on to tell me he's also going to help him with some legal issues and tells me what the legal issues are. So, his son and daughter-in-law started a daycare. And they had a client that was not paying their daycare fees. So they were trying to be, gracious and help them, get through a rough patch type of thing. When they got to the point where they're like, hey, we can't carry you anymore. We're going to have to release your child from the daycare. They came back with false charges. And this is what the guy tells me. I told him not to start that daycare. Okay. So listen to this. So I've had some experience with people that are naysayers. This was years and years ago. Like in the 90s, I did some modeling. There was a very high profile murder case that it's the Linda Sobek murder case. You may have heard this. This was like 1995. So the photographer that murdered Linda, I knew. I had done a photo shoot with him. So when this whole thing came up, my stepdad had remarried. And him and his new wife said to me, well, maybe you shouldn't model, like it's not meant to be. Okay, so these are naysayers, right? So stick with me. There's a point to this. Okay, so the guy goes on and starts telling me how his son never listens to him. And it's like, oh, it's his fault. He got into this. And I'm thinking, he's pursuing his passion. He started a business with his wife. And now, because you didn't approve of the business and something went wrong in the business, you're pulling the haha told you so card. It gets worse. Then he goes on to tell me about how when his son was younger, he had bought a truck and he bought these big tires because he wanted, to lift his truck and have the cool tires. And how the tires were in the garage taking up too much space in the garage. I'm like, okay. And he goes, yeah, and the tires sat there for 2 years. And he never asked me if he could put the tires there. Okay, time out. I think we've lost the plot. You are flying to go see your son that is battling cancer, to be a support, to spend precious time with him. And you are clearly carrying around anger because he did not make the decisions that you want him to make. Similar to my stepdad and his new wife that were like, well, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so should I not drive my car down the street because somebody might be a drunk and hit me? And then what? They're going to be told you so. You should have taken public transportation. Here, aside from the first guy losing the plot, there's going to be people in your life that no matter what decision you make, they're going to use it against you. They're always going to pull the I told you so card. We need to step back and say, do we care? Do we care what these people think? Like, are they giving us wise counsel? Now, I really wanted to yell at the man, like, dude, you're losing the plot here. But I knew that he was not going to listen because he's still worried about tires that were in his garage years ago that were too big. Like, who pulls that out of their pocket when their child is dealing with cancer, right? So all this to say, do we care about what people are saying to us? Is it making us doubt the decisions that we've made? If so, why? And really, at the end of the day, we are the hero of our own story, right? Like, we're in the middle of the movie plot. Who's writing the ending for us? Personally, I'm a person of faith. I believe God is writing the ending, but it's up to us to show up, right? And do the work and make good decisions. So I wanted to share this with you because it's kind of a shocking story, really, but I want you to be aware that there's people that just think like that and there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It is them with their crazy brain. They're the kind of person that probably sits at home, doesn't take any risks, and just wants to criticize everybody else. Those are not people to take counsel from. So, all right, leave in the comments below what you think. Did the guy lose the plot? And share with me if you've ever had somebody in your life lose the plot also and give you bad advice. All right.